Meeting with the superintendent and the school board president and oh.
Meeting of April 12, 2023 to order.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll.
Huber. Burr.
Here.
Klein.
Here.
Vincent.
Here.
Silver.
Here.
Kurland.
Here. I'd like to just take a moment to honor the life of Assistant Chief Dan Fritz.
Larry, I'm going to keep Jake's thing going. I'm going to have to raise the mic, sorry. Most of you probably saw the eulogy that I read at Assistant Chief Fritz's funeral. So this is something that I wrote to the members of the department, and I will just read it to you. We've said everything we can say already. It's absolutely tragic what happened. We've had a rough couple of months, and let me read the letter. I'm not even sure what to say. 2023 has been the worst year of our lives so far. With the passing of firefighter John Prohaska and now Assistant Chief Dan Fritz, it has been rough. If anyone needs to talk, I'm here to listen. Dan had much better ears than me, and he would be the one that I would go to if I had problems. Dan has been around the Orange Village Fire Department longer than any of us, even before he was a firefighter. Dan was raised in the firehouse. He came with his dad, retired Chief Fred Fritz, long before most of us were on the department. In fact, Dan's older brother, Dave, who passed away last year, was on the department before Dan took his oath. When Dan finally got his shot to be on the department, he shined, going from firefighter EMT to assistant chief paramedic. As good a firefighter as Dan was, that was not his best skill set. Dan was a people person. He would enter a room, and it was his goal to meet or say hello to everybody in that room and have a meaningful conversation with them. Dan was the best communicator I ever met. No one could write a letter or send an extended email or text like Dan could. I often wondered how he had time to craft such long communications. One of Dan's other skills was grant writing. He wrote our grants here at the fire department, and we received, I'd say, about hundreds of thousands of dollars of grants that Dan wrote throughout all his years of writing. In fact, we just received a grant yesterday that Dan wrote shortly before his passing for $24,000 for a new power cot. So that covers about 75% of the power cot. And last week, a couple weeks ago, we received one for a new washer extractor for $10,000. So his legacy lives on even though he's not still here. I first met Dan through Fred when Dan came from Columbus to tour Jacobs Field before it opened. Dan and I talked that day, and I thought, I hope he comes to Orange, as that's someone I would like to be friends with. Dan and I then worked together for 29 years, and the majority of that time we were laughing. The stories are endless and too many to share here. One of the things I appreciate most about Dan is that he always had my back. He oftentimes did not agree with me, but you would never know that because he always had my back. He was a consummate professional. Dan truly cared about every person who came through these doors. As I said before, he may have disagreed with him, but he always had your back and he always stood up for you when you needed him. I know what Dan's family meant to him. Deep down, it was his greatest passion. I can remember when each of his child was born. In the firehouse, we had a lot of discussions, and Dan was always ready to convey what each and every one of his children were doing. I also know who Dan's favorite superhero was, and that was his dad. Dan looked up to Fred more than anybody I've ever known. Dan always wanted to be like his dad, and I believe Dan achieved that. He became a great leader of men like Fred. As we move forward, please keep Dan's family and all the loved ones in prayer, as on March 16, 2023, Assistant Chief Dan Fritz answered his final call. Time will heal these feelings of loss, but please don't forget our friend and fellow firefighter, captain, assistant chief, and mayor, Dan Fritz. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it was very clear from a lot of the writing that my admiration for Dan ran sky high, and my regard for his talents, intellect, and steadfastness knew no bounds. His influence and memory will live on with all of us who knew him over these decades. And I would like to quote Chief Dietzel, the new police chief of Moreland Hills, because I found comfort in his words that I read. And those are, the mission hasn't changed. And in that regard, I'm sure Dan would want us to continue at the high level of service that we had, while he was here. In regards to the fact that our mission hasn't changed and it continues, I want to recognize and publicly thank Chief Wilson for his sincere dedication to Orange Village Fire Department and for rearranging his life plans out of sheer devotion and loyalty to this department and community. So, with a lot of sadness, it's time to go to the next part of the mission, and we have some new employees that we are going to add to those departments tonight. So, back to you.
Okay, with a complete shift, we're going to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to confirm the appointment of James Crivel as the full-time police officer. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm going to turn it over to the chief to
Okay.
do the introductions.
Council, for your confirmation, I'd like to introduce you to Jimmy Crivel. Come on up here. Jimmy was born and raised in the city of Parma Heights, graduated from St. Edward High School in 2004, and went off to Erie, Pennsylvania, and graduated from Mercyhurst University. After college, Jimmy followed his passion for cooking and worked in several restaurants around Cleveland and Chicago as a line cook and a sous chef. Jimmy was selected for the 133rd Cleveland Police Academy in July of 2014 and served as a patrolman and detective in Cleveland's 3rd District. Jimmy spent time with Cleveland's Gang Impact Unit before being selected for the Homicide Unit in 2020. Jimmy was promoted to the rank of sergeant in 2022 and was most recently assigned to Cleveland's 4th District for patrol. I'd like Jim to introduce any and all that you'd like to introduce that are in the audience here for you today.
My father, Jack, my girlfriend, Molly, that's my mother, back there. Molly's parents, Tom and Rita. This is a good friend from the homicide unit, Zara Hudson. Got a buddy from Mayfield Heights over there, Academy graduate. A couple friends in here, my old partner's still around here somewhere.
Your new friends.
He escaped to a different department as well.
Jimmy's dad also and I graduated from the FBI National Academy together back in 1991. With this, I'd like to ask for your confirmation of Jimmy Crivel for.
Just tell council that he's following in the footsteps of his father, who served as Pepper Pike Police Chief for how long?
Very nice.
Stuver,
Yes.
Perry, Bilski,
Yes.
Klein, Vincent, Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes.
Anybody wants to take pictures, you can come stand anywhere you want.
Mayor Mulcahy is going to give the oath of office.
Is that okay?
Right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, James Crivel,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the rules, regulations, and charter of Orange Village,
the rules, regulations, and charter of Orange Village,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of, discharge my duties as a full-time police officer
I will discharge my duties as a full-time police officer
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Please interject. I hope your comments are going to be short today. This is going to be. Okay. All right. The blue wave mostly left. Okay. So, all right. A motion to confirm I will make a motion to confirm the appointment of Larry Genova, forgive me if I mispronounce that, as Assistant Fire Chief. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second it.
Second.
Whatever you pick.
This night, I ask council for the appointment of Larry Genova to the Assistant Fire Chief position on the Orange Village Fire Department. A little bit about Larry. Larry has been on the department for 28 years today. Didn't know. He thought I didn't know. Larry was appointed on 4/12 of 1995 as a firefighter EMT. Larry has worked his way up through the ranks on the fire department and is a well-respected member on the fire department. Larry holds an enviable position to me in that he recently retired after 25 years-ish of service at Bedford Heights Fire Department as a lieutenant. Even though he's retired, Larry keeps himself busy by chasing his children's athletic events. He also has another part-time job, but I'm not sure if anybody really knows what it is. He always says, "I'm going to the office." The best guess is it's something in commercial real estate, but I don't know. Larry has a skill set all his own. Where Fritz was my communications guy, Larry is my numbers guy. And when he works his magic with the numbers, they always make more sense to me, and they're usually right. Larry has been in charge of the Fire Prevention Bureau for years. He was there at the beginning of the Pinecrest construction and has been a great asset to the fire department and all the work with that project and all the other projects that have come since here in the village. Larry is currently a firefighter paramedic and hopefully only a captain here at Orange Village for a few more minutes.
Do you want to have him introduce his family?
I'd be delighted to. I'm here with my wife Beverly, my son Dominic, and my mother Gail. And those guys there too.
I did, thank you. I just wanted to quickly say that while Dan's loss is an incredible loss to our entire community and leaves a huge hole in our village, our district, and my heart, and I'll continue to keep him, my friend Dan Fritz and his family, in our thoughts and prayers, I want to personally say thank you to Larry for being such a guiding light and a source of strength in a truly unbelievable, incredibly difficult time. I wish you only the best in your new endeavor, and I'm grateful to you for beautifully and dutifully stepping into these very large shoes. I know you will fill them well. I just want to thank you for your ongoing service and commitment to our community, and thank you for all you've done in the last month in this difficult time. Thank you.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry, Bilski,
Yes.
Klein, Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Herland.
Yes.
I state your name.
I, Larry Genova,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Ohio. The rules, regulations, and charter.
regulations, and charter of Orange Village,
And that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as Assistant Fire Chief of Orange Village, State of Ohio, during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations. Oh, wait, I had the other one.
It's going to be a lot. Do you have an iPhone?
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Ew.
Injuries.
I'd like to make a motion to confirm the appointment of Ashley Allen as a part-time firefighter paramedic.
Second.
Name is Brandon.
Okay.
All right, tonight I am looking for the appointment of Ashley Allen to the fire department as a firefighter paramedic. Ashley, you want to come up? Ashley has been a paramedic since 2022, and she's been a firefighter since 2021. She works in the hospital, and she also works for Physicians Ambulance. So she's coming to us with not a lot of fire skill, but we'll teach her.
Care for character and teach skills.
Yeah. Would you like to introduce your family?
My good buddy?
All right, do we call roll?
Vote.
Let's vote.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry, Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ashley Allen,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the rules, regulations, and charter
the rules, regulations, and charter
of Orange Village,
of Orange Village,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a part-time firefighter paramedic
as a part-time firefighter paramedic
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
of Orange Village, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance of said office.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Mayor.
I will make a motion to confirm the appointment. Oh, wait, sorry.
Her little thingy.
We're not ready yet?
Well, she's putting that.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Sorry, I jumped. Second.
I wanted a picture. Wilson's taking him. He's good.
I'm on the wrong side on this one.
On the wrong side of this one.
One's for me.
Where are you to frame it for yourself? And then we need a picture of you with it in your home. No, I'm just
Thank you. Got it. Oh.
Hi. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to our community.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Lose the badge.
Oh, wait, your thing.
We've already done that.
I'm not
What?
getting-
No.
Good luck, everyone. Be safe.
You can stay. Nah.
They know it.
Not.
Nobody's left.
There's one person.
That's it. Really thinned out. How'd they know there wasn't something really good coming up?
A little bit.
Probably cake in the office.
Okay, we good?
We're ready.
I will make a motion to confirm the appointment of Thomas Lowenkamp to the Finance Committee. Do we have a second?
He couldn't stay tonight, so we'll swear him in at the next finance meeting,
Thought he was here.
right at the beginning, but if we can have council's approval. Mr. Lowenkamp has over 20 years of COO experience at large hospitals and facilities. And comes with, I think he has a lot to offer our committee, so I recommend.
Call roll.
Yes.
Perry, Bilski,
Yes.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the special council meeting minutes of March 1st, 2023. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Klein, thank you. Anything else? You want to call roll?
Oh, there are no,
Any questions, adjustments, nothing? Anything, so.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein. Vincent,
Yes.
Silver.
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the council meeting minutes of March 8th, 2023. Do I have a second?
Second.
Vincent? Any changes, corrections? All right, let's call roll.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay, I will make a motion to approve the treasurer's report for February 2023. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Bill, I'm sorry. Mrs. Cavender?
Good evening. You have the cash account summary for February, showing our cash balance of $13,311,972 for all of our funds. And you have total revenues for February for all funds of $1,510,064. February expenditures for all funds are $695,916. Just normal operations, nothing stand out. And you have the revenue and expenditure report for February for just the general fund. We're at 16% of the year, which is 2/12. And our total revenues are about 19%, and our total expenditures were 12.8%. I highlighted any timing differences. That's where we're spending money, maybe that's not evenly spread throughout the year, showing a different fluctuation there, and also the reclassification of the H funds, which are the agency funds that were moved into the general fund.
Are there any questions?
We're never going to drop that H fund moniker. Never.
All right, Anna, please call roll.
Duber,
Yeah.
Perry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay, I will make a motion to approve the tax administrator's report for February 2023. No, it was treasurer. Oh. Okay, Mrs. Cavender?
Okay, so the tax administrator's report for February shows collections, gross collections from all sources of $695,316. And that's about $28,000 higher than February of 2022. Our year-to-date is $1,311,453, which is about $113,000 higher year-to-date from last year. So far, we're booming right along. You have the 2023 monthly cumulative showing how it's shown comparative to the last 4 years. And you have the monthly gross income spreadsheet by month showing how we are moving along.
All right. So, want to, Anna, call roll?
Duber, Perry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to authorize an agreement with Pavement Technology, Inc. for the rejuvenation of Asphalt Village streets at a price not to exceed $93,000.
Second.
You want to talk about this?
Is this like makeup for the streets?
Makeup for streets, that's a good definition, I like that one. It's part of our maintenance program. We've been doing pavement rejuvenating for a number of years in the village. We believe in it. It's something that puts material back into the asphalt that the sun has been taking out. Something that we actually brought to the county, and now the county is doing 100% reimbursement on that program and now sees the value of it. So we have two numbers here, the 73,000 and then the 18,000-ish, whatever that number was, 18798. Important thing to note, the pavement technology 18798 is 100% reimbursable under the county maintenance, and the other was a list of items that we're looking at doing, which is Orange Hill, Orange Tree, Orangedale, the municipal center, and little section of the service department.
I have a quick question. Orange Hill was just done last summer, right? Last fall?
Ideal time. It's an ideal time to do it. It's actually highly recommended, and we've done it before, right after the programs. It just, with the timing and everything, it just didn't work, and we waited on it, so.
Can I just ask in this list, why is like Valencia listed twice, but it's the same size as Murcott, and there's definitely not two?
Different section.
Technically, Valencia carries both ways in Honeybell, so it's still the same square footage.
But Honeybell is also listed on here, I'm just saying.
It's the area that heads towards Honeybell Oval from Orange Tree Drive, technically Honeybell Oval. The square footage there, we gave them the right. We'll double check that, but the square footage is right.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay, Anna, please call roll.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent, Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Make a motion to authorize the village engineer to prepare plans and advertise for bid the 2023 concrete program.
Second.
Thank you.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
As council's got, you should have a copy of my memo. This is basically a program. The majority of this program was what didn't get done last year due to lack of bidders, concrete shortage, and basically ran out of time. So we are just adding a little bit more to what we had last year and trying to get this out and get this done this year. Pretty much straightforward, just repairs all throughout the village.
Okay, any other questions? No? Or any questions? No? All right, Anna, please call roll.
Duber, Perry, Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Kurland.
Yes. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the purchase of a 30 by 44 pavilion for not to exceed $30,000 from DWA Recreation pursuant to section 107.01G of the Orange Village Codified Ordinances. Do I have a second?
Before you invite Bob up to talk about it, I do want to remind everybody or educate those who don't know that in the early 90s, the village put into place something called a Recreation Impact Fee Fund. And it made the nexus between more residents and the need for more recreation. And the way it was drafted up, every home that's built in the village pays a $750 one-time fee to build their house, and that goes into the 403, the Recreational Impact Fee Fund. That money can only be used for capital improvements in the park. It can't be used for maintenance, it can't be used for repair, it can only be used for capital enhancements and improvements. We are sitting right now with $130,000 in that fund, and we would like to go ahead and get this pavilion built. It's gonna cost more than $30,000, obviously, but Bob Zugin's gonna tell you how he's gonna get it done. Least amount possible.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't have any pictures to put in. I'm a little lax on that, but if you wouldn't mind passing that around. That's the structure that was presented to planning and zoning,
Which approved it.
which was approved. So,
It's
yes, we're looking at, I'm sorry, what's that?
with a couple suggestions.
Yeah. Yeah, we took in a whole design concept to planning and zoning, but the purpose of going to planning and zoning was to seek their approval for the shelter in the park. Reason being that there's an 18 to 20 week time lead on that, along with 4 weeks. And I wanted to make sure that we're going to get approval before I go ahead and order the set of plans, which includes ODOT stamp, or Ohio stamp plans for building code. So it's an arched, 30 by 44 building, glue lamp trusses. The closest one, same manufacturer, they just did one in Moreland Hills. So the service department will be doing the construction of this. And like the mayor said, we put a laundry list of stuff, which included a fire pit and concrete patio and exterior lighting and potential, we'll see how the camera system works, all kinds of good stuff in there. So pretty excited about it, but I'm asking for approval tonight for the $28,000 for get this thing ordered so we can get it on its way.
Where is it going exactly?
It's actually going over pretty close to where the sand volleyball is, and there's a reason for that. One, we don't get a lot of use at the sand volleyball. Since it does have a fire pit, we thought it was advantageous that it's in view of the police department and the municipal center. It's a great center area, along with we're sort of limited on parking going up and down White Drive. So with the trails that went in, carryover parking with the municipal center, there's a little crosswalk, get you right over to the area. Nice centrally located, close to the bathrooms, close to the playground. So, whoever's there using it should get a pretty good view of everything that we have to offer there, so.
That's nice.
It's in
In
front.
the long run,
With this?
No, not with this.
yeah, myself and the mayor have talked about that. We have some future plans. There's a lot of things going around in area. Lakewood has something, Penitentiary Glen, natural areas, but that's something we'll look at the golf area later on.
Golf area is, I don't know how many years old, but it's in need of repair and upgrade, and instead of spending that kind of money.
I use it.
That artificial turf that's on there, that's on the chipping and putting green, extremely.
But it's not being impacted by this.
So worn out.
Matter because of this.
They have to repair it,
One other
replace it.
thing that was noted at Planning and Zoning that I think is significant is that the other picnic area will remain. We're not taking that down.
Singer shelter will just stay.
Is there any way to repurpose some of the sand from the sand volleyball court by maybe making like a sandbox kind of thing?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna make a smaller sandbox area.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, we'll locate that in there. And then if we do something with the golf area, I plan on trying to hopefully use some there, but we also have those sand pits, the sand traps that are there too, so.
Has anybody gone to the Lindsay Park at Edgewater? That's kind of what I have in mind for you, chance to see it. It's amazing.
It's a,
Have you seen it?
I don't think my kids have been there, though.
It's really nice.
Quick question. It says it's laminated beams and columns.
Mhm.
How long do you think it'll hold up?
and we use those laminated beams, Singer Pavilion, and both the one at Pike and back here by the playground.
Oh, they are?
And here, same story. Those are laminated beams. They're exterior grade, they're coated, direct burial.
Peel off and,
No, it's not what you're thinking of, like a glue lam or a microlam that they use in structural. This is an exterior grade that's, manufactured for this purpose.
Only does things first class.
And you said this is comparable to what they have down on, is this off Sugar River Road that Moreland
River
put?
Road, theirs is a little larger and theirs is T-shaped. That's what they chose. I think we're trying to stay within a budget and keep it relatively, mixed into what our park is. We've got a number of amenities there, and we start taking it. I think that's what makes our park so nice, is that atmosphere that we create, which is green space, walkability, playgrounds, parking. I mean,
I got you.
our park's awesome, so.
It is awesome.
from all over. I hear about it all the time.
I really like the sandbox idea. I can see that getting some heavy use.
Yeah, so
For all the
we
street.
will be, just to let you know, because, since we're doing most of this construction ourselves, we will be back at a later date for getting the concrete. We plan on forming that in. Engineer's estimate, I believe, was 40-ish.
Patio.
Material only for the patio, and there's a bunch of stuff, but, the accessories and stuff like that, I'm sure you guys will get informed, but doesn't necessarily need the approval of the body of council, so.
It will fit within the fund.
Very good. Okay, Anna, please call roll.
Duber,
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Enthusiastically, yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver,
My turn.
Erland.
Yes. acceptance of the bills to be paid in the month of April in the amount of $472,589.50, and an additional March expense is in the amount of $58,921.02. Mrs. Kapner? No? Do we have to, is that a
Question, Stacy?
motion?
No, we
An answer, thank you.
But she had a question. Oh, you already got an answer?
Asked and answered.
Discuss.
Question is,
Oh, you shall.
The late,
the, on the,
yes, I asked the same question. We never pay late fees, but this time we have to, right, on the March radios? I guess
Just-
we
that's
gotta
it.
send a collection, I don't know.
It's sent to collection.
This was from 2019, and we were having some problems receiving one of the bills for the Marks radios. And apparently, they never got processed into the finance department. They were past due, and Marks Radio sent it to the Attorney General's office. So we got a letter from the Attorney General's that we owed it. We didn't even know anything about it. We tracked it down, we paid it, but the Attorney General charges a fee for that, and they do not write off their fees even though we didn't receive the bill. And we paid it, so we paid it late. And apparently, the Attorney General is not writing off the bill, thus we are paying that fee.
I feel ripped off, but okay, thank you. Is that all? Do you have to call a motion on that? No, nothing? No? Okay. All right, are there any audience comments related to the agenda items? No? Okay, then let's move on. Any old business of pending legislation and motions? None. So new business in consideration of an ordinance 2023-3, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, and declaring an emergency. First reading. You want to say anything? No? If we're suspending the rules, we can
Yes,
just.
well, this is so we can get the money for our, out of our savings there to pay for the culvert project.
Okay.
Does this have anything to do with the water main break? Okay.
This is a fee, a stormwater fee that the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer put on their homeowners, I don't know how many years ago, and survived litigation and all sorts of things. Now, they put aside a piece of the revenue for the community in which that source is located, and now we can use it for various projects, and so we're claiming some of it now.
Thank you.
Okay. Anna, please call roll.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry. Yes. Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent. Yes. Silver,
Yes.
Curlin.
Yes. Hey, ordinance 2020.
Now you got to vote.
Oh, ah,
You knew that, you knew that.
2023-3. Thanks.
Wait, what?
he made a motion, she passed. And she
Okay, thank you. Hang on, I gotta write that.
I do, when you're ready. Anna, call roll. We need a moment.
Duber,
Yes.
Perry. Yes. Bilski.
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Curlin.
Yes. All right, now ordinance 2023-4, an ordinance authorizing the village to participate in the Ohio Department of Transportation's winter contract for road salt and to take any other actions necessary to participate in the bulk purchasing of road salt for the 2023-2024 winter season and declaring an emergency. Anything else you want to say?
Because we have to get this in so that we get salt this year. When is it due? June?
No, this month.
This month, oh,
Motion to
End of April.
And we, Bob does the mathematical calculation to decide how much salt we want to be committed to, because we have to buy within 90%, 110% of what we commit to. So he takes into consideration what we have left over, what our normal use is, and has committed us to 1,000 tons this year.
Do we,
Prices, and we won't know, and we have no control over it, and when,
ODOT is putting together its specifications both on a county and a district basis. They will go out to bid, and based upon our number combined with other numbers in the county and the district, they'll get bids from Morton and Cargill. And we won't know what the answer is until down the road.
do we usually have much left over? Do we usually have much salt left over, or do we usually get it pretty good, like?
Been a mild winter. I have 250 more tons of salt that I have to buy this year,
Mhm.
based on 90%, so I'll
Storage?
I'm sorry?
Do we have enough storage?
Yeah.
It's gonna be jammed.
Okay, I'll make a motion to suspend. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Perry? Yes. Bilski?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Vincent?
Yes.
Silver?
Yes.
Kurland?
Yes. Okay, so then a motion to pass.
Motion for passage.
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to pass ordinance 2023-4. Do I have a second?
Second.
Duber?
Yes.
Perry? Yes. Bilski?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Vincent? Yes. Silver?
Yes.
Kurland?
Yes. Okay. Ordinance 2023-5, an ordinance amending section 901.09 of the codified ordinances of Orange Village to clarify the waiver process for single residential utility connections and to enact a new subsection B to authorize the waiver of the permit process for telecommunications service connections and declaring an emergency. First reading.
This is on for first reading. It can stay on first reading.
This is, we have a similar provision where the engineer can authorize the waiver for a single connection for a utility line. This is even less significant than connecting to a water line. This is running a cable from the right-of-way across the yard to a residence. And the idea is to make it as easy as possible for residents to get hooked up to cable or whatever service they're getting, telecommunications service they're getting.
What couldn't they do before that this will enable them to do?
They'd have to pull permits.
Just to run the cable across the lawn?
We want to be a resident-friendly.
Especially when your cable goes out and they have to throw something in temporarily.
Go to the village. Are there any? No? Okay.
Just a few mundane household type items. Branch shipping begins this Monday. All branches must be out by 7 a.m. You may start ordering your deliveries of wood chips and leaf humus. Go to our website, and the leaf humus will come at the end of May. The next paper shredding day is April 21st, next Saturday from 9 to noon. Is that Saturday? Friday, next Friday, from 9 to noon, and it's at Pepper Pike this time. And computer collection continues until April 28th daily at the service department. I would just welcome our new police chief, police officer, our new assistant fire chief, our new firefighter, and our new member to the finance committee. So onward we go. That's it. I will tell you one last thing. Most of you were at finance, so you understood where we're at, and I told you, but we are right now engaging in a process. We got a bid, an estimate of what everybody's wish list items would be. Now we are scaling back and seeing what we can get for a lesser amount, one that's like much more comfortable, and we'll report back as soon as we have that information. But we are moving forward and trying to get plans together for an expansion of the facilities for the safety forces and a few other renovations that'll go along with it. It's not possible for us to get a tax levy together and to go for this November, so we are going to keep working on it, seeing what we can continue to save internally, and we will advance this as needed next year, and I will help if I wanted.
Okay, I also want to welcome all the new people in their new positions, and that's all I have. Mr. Duber.
And Mayor, any updates on Pinecrest Residential?
Do you want to move and say it into your mic because no one can hear you?
Updates on Pinecrest Residential, Mayor?
Been no meeting since the last time we talked about it. There are going to be some to get updated on what we're at, and there's there's nothing on the agenda or anything yet.
I know, but where are we?
Okay, where we are is that we drafted up a amendment to the development agreement that would bind them in terms of quality and level of architecture and all that, and the attorneys are negotiating.
No, that doesn't have to come before council, right?
That would,
That will?
Yeah.
Okay.
that will. Right?
Okay.
So you'll have your chance.
Will.
So I have another question about the community. Is anything happening with that restaurant, Bahama Breeze property?
No, I'm a little confused because first I was told that the property transferred, but the people that I was told to transfer to had come in and they have no use for it that we could even talk about. So I should follow up to see if they actually bought it. No, we have no proposed anything at this point in time. And it's the Chagrin Highland zoning.
I asked about that a lot, and I have no idea why.
And nothing's happening now.
I said abandoned.
Mr. Silver?
Can I bring up the Dora thing from a few weeks ago? Is that okay to?
You can, they haven't, they have to ask for it.
Working it through there.
For those of you that don't know, so it came up on the school board meeting with the mayors a month or so ago that Mayor Holbert from Woodmere mentioned that Eaton will be a DORA, which for those of you that don't know is a designated outdoor refreshment area, which is something the state of Ohio allows where you can walk around with open containers of alcohol in a certain, specially marked cups in a certain area. East Fourth is looking to become one. So there's only 3 right now in Cuyahoga County: Eaton, Legacy, and Van Aken. So I think it's important. So I brought it up to see if it's something Pinecrest would be interested in, and East Fourth is looking to do it too.
Right.
They're looking to move forward with it.
Well, when I spoke to them, they said that at first they were hesitant, and then they said they are interested, but I told them that if they want to do that, they probably want to get on our agenda for next month, so they have to write it up and send it in. That's where it's at.
Internally with the management and talk to the restaurant owners because apparently there's a responsibility that's put on them. They have to control the cups and they can make 5 cups and so there's some sense. But apparently they've come to the conclusion that they do want to go forward, but.
Right.
Legacy, Eaton, and Van Aken all have it. I think it's a great idea to.
It's just, it is up to them, so. Mrs. Perry? Okay. Mr. Bilski?
No comments, no report. Thank you.
Klein?
Planning Commission met on April 4th, at which time the main item was the pavilion that came before you tonight. There were a few additional recommendations for it, but those will be forthcoming when the actual site development work gets produced. I also want to not only congratulate and welcome the new police officer and firefighters to the village. I think I want to, at this time, take the opportunity to thank and appreciate what a great safety service and service department this community has. And as a community, we are grateful for the work that they do and their responses to our needs. That's it.
Vincent?
Hope everyone had a nice holiday, whatever you celebrated. I want to thank our first responders for all of their support during a very, very difficult month. The tributes with Bob Wilson at the helm were all just beautiful and deserving, and I thank all of them for the work they've done and continue to do despite adversity. Second, a huge thank you to Kathy, Mayor Kathy, and Bob Zugan, who responded so quickly when I reported that we had no water. Even though the water main break was on the Solon side, our team was on the ball, and the water department said it could be hours, and once these two were on the job, it was done within minutes. So whatever you did, thank you to all involved. I also want to thank the officers who worked in frigid temperatures. It's hard to imagine today, but it was not too long ago, picking up shell casings that somehow had tracked their way in the snow up and down Lander Road. And they were in there picking them up with their, they're so great at what they do, and I just want to say thank you to them. Also to all who
shell casing?
Yeah, they were.
That one gun that was thrown out?
We don't know where they came from. It was within the last month.
I only know about one a few months ago.
They said it might have been dragged by the snow plows from something, but all I know is they were out there. It was like temperatures in the teens, and right on Lander.
That's only a month ago?
Yeah, it was last month. And I also want to thank all who so quickly cleaned up the damage from the wild winds and storms that we had a few weeks ago. Just so grateful for all you guys do. I have, in school news, I'm sad to report the passing of Orange School's custodian, Albert Ray Harrison. He was a wonderful, engaging man who brought smiles to the faces of many. The board met on April 3rd with recognition of the winter athletes who had gone to states, provided some updates from the school principals and a report from the Orange Schools Foundation. Speaking of that, their big fundraiser is coming up. It's the annual Wild for Orange event. This year it will be held at Pinstripes in our backyard on April 22nd. Food, a silent auction, and fun are on the menu. I hope everyone will consider attending and supporting the foundation, which supports all Orange Schools programming and so much more. The band, orchestra, and choir had a very successful, albeit very hot, trip to Disney and Universal. There were further discussions about the high school refresh, including new furniture and hiring the construction manager at risk, and administrator contracts were approved. If anyone's interested in going, the BOE next meets on Monday, April 24th. Earlier this afternoon, a group of nearly 24 high school students left for a 10-day trip to Herning Gymnasium in Denmark as part of the annual exchange. We have somebody here who's very familiar with that. The Danish students visited their OHS counterparts last fall, and we wish them all well. Back at the high school today, a job fair was held for students looking for summer jobs or possible long-term employment. 21 companies were represented, including Hiram House. Brian will be happy to know. It was very successful. 4 extraordinary Orange School student artists earned state recognition in the Ohio PTA Reflections Contest. I'm proud to note that 50% of those were Orange Village residents. So special shout out and congratulations to Sine Mokaker and Kiriah Jarvis. And finally, extra, read all about it. This weekend, Brady Middle School students present Newsies Junior in the OHS Auditorium at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday nights. Very child-friendly, so please go. The tickets are $10 and may be purchased at the door. Tickets are $5 for Orange students. And as a side note, Broadway star Ben Fankhauser, who grew up in Orange Village, met with the young cast members this weekend and offered them some inside tips. And it's especially appropriate that he came since Ben originated the role of Davy in Newsies on Broadway, and he was also in the film. Ben began his career at Stagecrafters singing some of those very songs. So hope you all will catch the show. And as the song says, now is the time to seize the day. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to adjourn the council meeting of April 12th, 2023. No?
Well, yeah, we have to do a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn, okay. And
Duber,
Yes.
Harry, Bilski,
Yes.
Klein,
Of course.
Vincent,
Yes.
Silver, Kurland.
an enthusiastic yes.